The African Food Plaza is a vibrant and beloved eatery on the university campus. The establishment is run by a strikingly beautiful and robust woman who exudes confidence and warmth. She is tall, with well-coiffed hair adorned with shimmering crystal hairpins, reflecting her impeccable style. Her attire, a red top and a flowing purple skirt, complements her graceful, robust figure. Her 12-year-old daughter, Ifani, is a charming young helper at the eatery. Ifani is tall for her age and carries her school books in a neat backpack. After finishing her schoolwork, she enjoys assisting her mother at the eatery. Her uniform, a purple short skirt pinafore paired with a crisp white inner shirt and shiny black shoes, gives her a polished and studious look. Ifani's hair, styled in traditional African plaits and refreshed weekly, adds to her youthful and vibrant appearance. Together, they create a welcoming and family-oriented atmosphere at the African Food Plaza, where delicious food and community spirit come alive. Mama Ife, as she's fondly called by everyone on campus, is a beloved figure among both students and staff. Known for her warm demeanor and dedication, she starts her day as early as 5 a.m., preparing an array of delicious dishes with the assistance of her 5 loyal staff members. The enticing aromas of her cooking fill the air, making the African Food Plaza a cherished part of university life. Her daughter, Ife, wakes up at 6:30 a.m. to prepare for school. Today, like most mornings, her bedside alarm jolted her from sleep. She scurried out of bed, took a quick bath, and headed to the eatery's kitchen, where her mother greeted her with a warm smile. Ife sat down to a hearty breakfast, her favorite meal of pounded yam and red stew, loaded with tender goat meat and red meat. She savored every bite, her face lighting up with joy as she washed it down with a refreshing cup of cold water. Once she had finished her meal, Ife grabbed her school books and her trusty backpack. She bid her mother goodbye with a bright smile and headed off, ready to conquer the school day. Her cheerful energy left a warmth in the kitchen, a testament to the close bond she shares with her mother. Mama Ife's day started like any other, filled with the comforting rhythm of preparing meals for her beloved patrons at the African Food Plaza. The air in the kitchen was warm with the aroma of simmering stews and frying plantains, her staff bustling around her, and customers trickling in with their usual greetings. However, her routine was interrupted by an unexpected call to the university office. The request alarmed her. She had never been summoned before. Wiping her hands clean on her apron, she left her bustling kitchen behind and made her way to the dean's office, her mind racing with questions. When she arrived, the dean greeted her warmly, his demeanor calm but slightly tense. After the exchange of pleasantries, she took a seat, noticing 2 unfamiliar men seated quietly in the corner. The dean quickly summoned them to join her at the main desk. He began his speech with kind words, praising Mama Ife's exceptional service to the university community. He spoke of how her eatery had become a cornerstone of campus life, feeding both students and staff with delicious meals that brought comfort and joy. Mama Ife smiled appreciatively, though she couldn't shake the tension in the room. Then the dean's tone shifted. Clearing his throat, he looked down briefly before continuing, his words now hurried, as if delivering unpleasant news. He spoke of upcoming changes planned for the university campus, changes that would impact the African Food Plaza. Mama Ife's heart sank as she listened, her mind already bracing for the worst. The 2 men, representatives of the campus redevelopment project, began to explain. Their words were polite but firm, painting a picture of modernization and efficiency. Yet all Mama Ife could think about was what these changes might mean for her eatery, the livelihood she had built with her own hands and the community she had come to love so dearly. Mama Ife sat quietly, her mind spiraling into a whirlwind of uncertainty. The words of the campus redevelopment representatives blurred into an incomprehensible murmur as her thoughts raced. Her forehead glistened with beads of sweat, which she dabbed at repeatedly with a handkerchief. What's next, she thought. Will they take away my eatery? Will I lose all that I've built? The tension mounted, her heart pounding so loudly she could barely hear the conversation. Suddenly, a sharp noise snapped her back to reality. "Mama Ife, are you okay?" The voices of the dean and the two men rang out in unison, filled with concern. Jolted back, she blinked, momentarily disoriented. Her gaze darted around the room, finally settling on their faces. To her surprise, all three men were smiling warmly, their expressions far from the grim reality she had imagined. Confused and still slightly on edge, she straightened up in her seat. The dean rose, his demeanor now noticeably lighter. Clearing his throat with a flourish, he addressed her directly, his smile broadening. "Mama Ife," he said, his voice steady yet jubilant, "we are gathered here today to deliver good news to you, not the bad news you may have been fearing." The words hung in the air for a moment, leaving her speechless. Her brows furrowed in confusion as she tried to make sense of the sudden shift in tone. Could this truly be a blessing in disguise? Mama Ife leaned forward, her attention now fully focused on the dean, waiting for the explanation that could turn her day, and perhaps her life, around. The dean's words lit up the room like a ray of sunshine after a storm. "We've thankfully received the green light from the government," he announced, his voice filled with pride. "Our university's request for solar energy has been granted, and Mama Ife, you are among the beneficiaries. Your electricity bills will be reduced by 80%, and solar panels will be installed on the roof of your eatery starting next week." For a moment, Mama Ife froze, unsure if she had heard correctly. Then, the realization hit her, and she burst into a thunderous laugh that filled the room. Overwhelmed with joy, she broke into a jubilant dance, her vibrant personality shining through. Everyone in the office clapped and cheered, sharing in her moment of pure happiness. She thanked the dean and the representatives profusely, her gratitude pouring out in waves. The staff and students had always held her in high esteem, and seeing her joy made the announcement even more rewarding for everyone present. Hurrying back home with a spring in her step, Mama Ife couldn't wait to share the good news with her daughter. She found Ife at the dining table, deeply immersed in her homework. The girl had buried herself in her books, anxious about what her mother might share after being summoned to the office. The moment Mama Ife stepped into the room, her gleeful expression said it all. Her eyes sparkled with joy, and a broad grin stretched across her face. Ife looked up, her heart pounding, but the tension melted away as she saw her mother's radiant demeanor. "Mama, what happened?" Ife asked, her voice tinged with curiosity and relief. "Oh, my darling," Mama Ife exclaimed, wrapping her daughter in a tight hug. "Everything is wonderful. Our lives are about to get brighter, literally. Let me tell you what happened." And with that, Mama Ife recounted the joyous news, filling the room with laughter and hope for an even better future. Ifani, energized by her mother's joyous news, quickly wrapped up her schoolwork and hurried to the African Food Plaza. The celebration called for something special, and she requested a hearty portion of diced yams, fried tender gizzards, and tender goat meat soaked in flavorful red palm oil. Her mother smiled and handed her the white bowl she had chosen, filling it generously for the occasion. Ifani carried her meal to a large table and set it with care, a tall glass of water and a cup of orange juice to accompany her feast. She ate with pure delight, savoring every bite as her heart brimmed with happiness. The vibrant atmosphere of the eatery only added to the festive spirit. Once Ifani had finished her meal, her mother called out to her, her tone filled with warmth and thoughtfulness. "Ife, my dear," Mama Ife began, "this is such a blessing. How do you think we can show our appreciation to the staff and students who have supported us all this time?" Ifani paused, her eyes lighting up as she considered her mother's question. "Mama," she said, her voice bright with enthusiasm, "how about we host a special thank you day at the eatery? We can offer discounted meals or maybe a little treat with every order. We could even decorate the place with balloons and music to make it extra special." Mama Ife nodded, a proud smile spreading across her face. That's a wonderful idea, my dear. Let's plan it together. This is not just our celebration, it's for everyone who has made the African Food Plaza a success. Let's make it a day to remember. The two of them began brainstorming, their excitement growing with each idea. The celebration would be their way of giving back, a heartfelt gesture of gratitude to the community that had always stood by them. A week later, the anticipation around campus was palpable. Mama Ife's announcement had spread like wildfire, and the entire university seemed to be buzzing with excitement about the upcoming Appreciation Day at the African Food Plaza. The plaza was transformed into a festive wonderland, with colorful balloons adorning every corner and vibrant string lights hanging from the ceilings, casting a warm, celebratory glow. Pamphlets detailing the event were distributed far and wide, ensuring no one missed the exciting news. It felt like a block party, everyone was talking about it, and the energy on campus was electric. To make the occasion even more special, music students volunteered their time to provide free tunes, creating the perfect soundtrack for the festivities. Laughter, chatter, and the occasional burst of music filled the air, setting the tone for a joyous celebration. On the morning of the event, Mama Ife gathered her staff at the plaza to inform them of the plans for the day. She stood before them, radiating excitement as she laid out the details. Today is about showing our appreciation for the amazing students and staff who have supported us, she said, her eyes sparkling. We are offering half-priced meals and drinks to everyone, staff, students, everyone. This is our way of saying thank you for making the African Food Plaza what it is today. Her staff cheered, eager to be a part of the special day, as Mama Ife continued. But that's not all, she added with a wink. We'll also be hosting free music and dance competitions. The winners of the dance-off will enjoy a special prize, free meals for the whole day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all on the house. I want everyone to feel like a winner today. The staff clapped and cheered, thrilled at the chance to participate and contribute to the celebration. It was going to be a day filled with food, music, fun, and, most importantly, gratitude. As the plaza filled with students, staff, and visitors, the festive atmosphere grew even more vibrant. People danced, laughed, and enjoyed the delicious food at half price while the music rang through the air. It truly felt like a community united in celebration, and Mama Ife's vision had come to life, an unforgettable day of appreciation, joy, and togetherness. The campus was alive with energy as the party at Mama Ife's eatery became the highlight of the year. The celebration extended late into the night and into the early hours of the next day. Students and staff reveled in the joyous atmosphere, dancing, laughing, and feasting without a care in the world. The timing couldn't have been more perfect, classes had officially ended, and the holiday season was about to begin. It was the ideal way to wrap up the year and welcome the Christmas break. Mama Ife, standing amidst the colorful decorations and smiling faces, felt her heart swell with gratitude. She looked around at the lively crowd, her eatery filled to capacity and the streets outside buzzing with activity. It was a testament to how much the campus community cherished her and her contributions. The following day, with the festivities behind them, Mama Ife gathered her loyal staff for one final meeting of the year. She stood before them, her voice brimming with emotion. My dear team, she began, her eyes glistening with tears of gratitude. Yesterday was not just a celebration for our customers but a testament to the hard work, dedication, and love you've all poured into this place. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for everything. Her staff clapped, their admiration for her evident in their warm smiles and nods. As we close this chapter and prepare for the holidays, she continued, I want to wish each of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May your holidays be filled with joy, love, and rest because you've earned it. The staff cheered, their spirits high as they exchanged heartfelt wishes with one another. It was the perfect end to a remarkable year, a year of challenges, growth, and ultimately a celebration. Mama Ife's Eatery remained the beating heart of the campus, a place where joy, community, and delicious food brought everyone together.